Kathy.
Shelly.
Marcel.
All right. Get up there. Good. All right. 42% of vehicle occupants killed in 2007 weren't wearing their seatbelt. A 2009 NHTSA study estimates that more than 1,600 lives could have been saved, along with 22,000 injuries prevented yearly, if seatbelt use was 9% in every state. And seatbelt use is also lowest amongst your age group, young drivers under the age of 25. Good afternoon, my name is Sean, and you can probably tell by now we're going to be talking about seatbelts. How exciting they are. According to the National Safety Council, even though studies are showing that in the last 10 years the overall rate of seatbelt use has gone up, it still remains a problem today, and especially, as I mentioned before, for your age group. Motor vehicle accidents are the leading cause of death for teenagers. More than 15 crashes involving drivers aged 15 to 20 occur every day. Given the small group, this is pretty significant. Also, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, per mile, young drivers are 4 times more likely than older drivers to get into an accident. Now, it's not just the drivers being injured or killed here. Passengers, occupants, and other vehicles account for over half the deaths in teen driving crashes. While we may not be able to stop an accident, one thing that we can do is make sure you're safer when behind the wheel or riding in a car. By always wearing your seatbelt, you can be sure that if involved in an accident, you'll be better protected from injury and even possibly death. Now, if you're already in the habit of wearing your seatbelt, you need to start, and you need to make sure that others that are riding with you do the same. And if you're having a hard time doing it, there's a few things you could try. You could try putting a sticky note on the dash, or you could even leave your seatbelt out and tucked into your seat. So when you get back in the car, you have to physically move it to sit down. I mean, in the end, whatever works for you is the best method. And also, according to the National Safety Council, seatbelts are the single most effective traffic safety device for preventing death and injury. By wearing your seatbelt, you can reduce the risk of crash-related injuries by 50%. Simply put, wearing your seatbelt can save your life. And also, the government is always cracking down and enforcing the seatbelt laws, so if caught not wearing it, you could be fined as well, so the monetary issue there too. But okay, say you're not quite convinced. I'm not sure why you wouldn't be, but picture this. Imagine going down the highway at about 65 or so, and all of a sudden you have your front tire blow out. You can't control the vehicle, and you go sliding off the road and hit a guardrail about, 50 miles an hour or so. Now, if you weren't wearing your seatbelt, the impact would rip you from your seat and launch you through the windshield head first. If you're lucky, the impact alone wouldn't kill you right away, and you might live. But, however, if you were wearing a seatbelt, as soon as you hit, the belt will lock up and it will hold you into your seat, and it will do its job, holding you inside the vehicle where you're safer. You may end up with some minor bruising across your chest, but those injuries are pretty minor compared to what you would have suffered if you were through the windshield. So, as you can see, wearing your seatbelt is a simple way to avoid unnecessary injury, and you need to remember to buckle up every time. So many deaths can be avoided by taking these 3 simple seconds to put the belt down and click it in place. You gotta remember too, you're still the highest risk group, so it's imperative to also remind your friends that when you're out driving around to wear their seatbelts as well. Thank you.